What's up, everybody? So, Axel is back again, and I got a hot show for you. This show has a lot of information. I'm going to try to get through it as quickly as possible. This here needs to come out. I don't care who likes it and who doesn't like it. I've included actually these frauds' emails, so they're also going to get the video. This is a group of young guys that have been committing fraud for years, defrauding the whole system, defrauding the FMCSA, and cheating drivers, I hear, out of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So we're going to cover this. Like I say, there's a lot of information. I'm gonna try to get through as quickly as possible. There's probably about 40 slides, but they have a lot of companies involved. And be surprised, this is American. Yes, we do Americans too here on the show. So we're gonna start getting into it. And the way this started off is, some of you know on this guy right here, John Cantera. He runs a small podcast called Stop the Scam. He's called the Double Broker Bounty Hunter. And he's been researching and following this guy for a very long time. He's gotten a lot of complaints from him. So shout out to John. And the reason why I'm doing this video is this young punk decided to put out a video. Basically, I say terrorizing John for doing good work, I've actually uncovered more stuff, and we're going to go over this. And Mr. Mabe, welcome to the Axel Live Show. And I'm not nice. I'm not nice, and I'm not scared of you. I'm not worried about you. Keep playing, post dumb stuff on social media, because what you did is you fell into it. You fell right in, and we're going down this rabbit hole. So John runs Double Broker, like I said, Double Broker Bounty Hunter, Stop the Scam, Logistics Fraud Prevention. So if you want to go over to his channel and check him out, he's got a few subscribers. If you want to help him grow, I wish sometimes he'd listen to me and he would grow his channel a little bit better. But that's another story, John. That's another story. If you go to the description on his channel, please support us. You know, he's got to buy me a coffee. You know, we always like coffee. Everybody likes coffee, you know. I don't know what John does over here as far as his, you know, process of doing his stuff. I know I put in a lot of work on my show. So we like coffees. You want to become a channel member, all that good stuff. But more importantly, subscribe, share, do what needs to be done, you know, for your support. His channel is dedicated to the transportation industry and the fight against the fraud that is affecting it. Double Broker Bounty Hunter is a paid service powered by Vigilant Transportation Services, LLC. If you're seeking a live webinar with the Double Broker Bounty Hunter, we can customize any session to fit your needs. And then you can email him, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's got this nice little description there. So we're going to move along. And like I said, there's a lot of slides here. And just so you know, Mr. Mabe, a lot of people get my show. A lot of people in the religious industry, whether they like me or they don't like me, doesn't matter to me. But I put the information out. I don't play politics, and I don't wait for stuff to get done. I document as I research, and I document it, I put it in a video. And another disclaimer here, DOJ, FBI, FMCSA, here you go. Here's some material on this guy, these frauds. Do it as you like, you know. Get rid of this garbage. I'm going to be doing some more videos. FMCSA, I don't know what you're doing over there. You have allowed thousands and thousands and thousands of frauds into this industry. I'm not here to be nice about it. I'm here to expose it, is make as much noise as possible to bring it to light, because some people ain't got the cojones to do what I do. They want to play politics. They want to rub shoulders with people. I'm not here to build a brand to sell a product. I'm here to expose. And if we build a brand along the way, then so be it. But this is for you, Mr. Mabe. Welcome. Axel's on it.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
So John sent me over. I said, send me over what you got so I have something to start off with to get rolling on this guy. So he sent me over these MCs. Yeah, I found all these companies. I think maybe one or two. I'm not sure how they're connected. John has some more info. I think some stuff has to do with dispatchers are connected to him, but most of those companies, plus more, I've uncovered. Now we're going to roll through them as quickly as possible. So buckle up, folks. Buckle up, because this is a big pile of crap. Here we go. So Sean Mabe. These are the companies that are listed underneath him at one time or another. Lone Star Off-Road, blah, blah, blah. They're all listed right there. Now I'm going to start pulling them up. And as like I said, we'll go into more. So you got Lone Star Off-Road, De La Cruz, Mabe Enterprises, and American Off-Road LLC. As you can see, Lone Star, Certificate of Involuntary Termination. The middle one doesn't have anything. And then the far right one, American Off-Road. Shoot, what did it have? Now look at it. I locked the screen. Let me unlock the screen for you. I'm going to slide it up. Give me one moment. I forgot this banner is on the bottom. Shoot. You know, there's always something. You try to make the show slick and easy. How about we just turn that off? Change of name or address. Tax forfeiture. Now, these aren't logistics related, but it's just to show the history of where he came from and what goes on. He's not new to this stuff, okay? So like I said, Lone Star, Certificate of Involuntary Termination, and then that far right one over there, tax forfeiture. Tax forfeiture seems to be their forte. Now we got the first one. Mabe Transport LLC, forfeited existence. On the corporation there, tax forfeiture. Carrier out of service. You can see there, granted, revoked, granted, out of service. Next one. Mabe Transport LLC, you'll see over there on the right is his email and everything. Now, if I remember correctly, this Mabe Transport LLC has had 2 DOT numbers and 2 MC numbers. This is the first one, this 403-5230. Then we got Mabe Transport LLC, DOT number 3492128. And as you can see over there on the right, his name, Douglas at MabeLogistics.com. This one, and this is from Broker Snapshot. You see there on the left, Mabe Transport LLC. I'm assuming at one time this was called B&B Transportation. We're going to move along. So Mabe Transport LLC. Oh, here's the other MC. So you can see this one here. Same thing. Granted, revoked, granted, safety suspension. So Mabe Transport LLC had 2 DOT numbers, 2 MC numbers, both out of service, both garbage. Now we come to Mabe Shipping LLC. And just so you folks know, I didn't put this stuff in chronological order of the years. You can figure it out. All the dates and everything are there. This corporation, also tax forfeiture. Tax forfeiture. So, Mabe Shipping LLC, and you'll see Sean Mabe over there on the right. This is from Broker Snapshot. Another thing, you can go back. If you guys like, you can slow it down, you brokers or whoever, law enforcement. A lot of the addresses, you'll see them jump around from corporation or from MC number. It's a web of crap. So, Mabe Shipping LLC. This was a broker authority. So I noticed in the video, he said a broker authority wasn't attached to him. He's a liar. He's a complete liar. I'm calling you a liar to your face. This property broker was dismissed just in 2023. Not authorized. Next. Raptor Transport LLC. This carrier is out of service. Same thing. Look, granted in May of 2024, revoked August of 2024. Sean Mabe on the corporation. Next. We got Mabe Group Logistics, LLC. Sean Mabe again. Look on the bottom there in February. Tax forfeiture. IRS. I don't know what you're doing. You might want to go and start looking at this guy's accounts because he's claiming he makes money. He's got these lifted trucks and all this nonsense and keeps opening up these corporations and these authorities and jeopardizing everybody in the logistics industry. Here it is, Mabe Group Logistics, LLC. And you'll see over there on the left, it was Mabe Group Logistics LLC, and I'm guessing it was Mabe Logistics. Same thing, you got Sean at mabelogistics.com. Next one, Carrier Authority again, Mabe Group Logistics LLC. Granted, revoked, reinstated, revoked. This guy, he is the chameleon carrier of chameleon carriers. And he's a chameleon of everything. Chameleon of carrier authorities, chameleon of broker authorities, tax forfeiture. Hey, you broke all the records, baby. I think you might have beat the foreign guys. Mabe Logistics LLC. Look at this. Tax forfeiture. Another corporation. Now, on this one has this name, Elizabeth Wamayu Kabui, whatever you say. You're going to see the registered address, 2118 and Ansla Sands. It's connected to him. It is connected to him. Pay attention. So, Mabe Logistics, carrier out of service. Mabe Logistics, and then you got another name there, Edgar Mayers, another connected person. So on this one, they put Mabe Logistics, but you see on the bottom, on the safer snapshot, legal name, Edgar Mayers. Another one, granted, revoked, granted, another safety suspension. So this is not light, people. It's heavy duty. Let's move along. Mabe Group LLC. Again, Edgar Mayers, Sean Mabe. Tax forfeiture. Now, this Edgar Mayers has TMG Trucking LLC. Mr. Mayers also tax forfeiture. It's one web of organized criminals here. These are criminals. They don't pay taxes. They cheat drivers. They're opening multiple authorities. This is textbook fraud. TMG Trucking LLC. Let me see. Same thing on the bottom there. Granted, revoked 2023. Now, this Elizabeth Wamayu Kabui, this is where she's connected. If you see here, the companies are underneath her, you'll see Mabe Express and Mabe Logistics LLC. You see they share the same address. Even though it was inactive, it had the same address. You seeing that? 2024, and then originally from 2018. So we're gonna move along. Mabe Express LLC. This is this Elizabeth with this 2118. Here's the authority, Mabe Express LLC. Dismissed 2021. I just find it very strange that all this is going on and nobody speaks up and nobody says nothing. And this is why I say the vetting platforms are a waste most of the time, because all they want to do is play politics and suck your money. That's what they do. They think their platforms are helping. They're not helping. They're not helping because you can only do this job part way, okay? You can't do it part way. You have to be all in or not in, okay? And for you people running those vetting platforms that either weren't in logistics or claim you were in logistics for 30 plus years, you're part of the problem. You allowed it to happen. You're part of the old guard. This fraud has been going on for years. All of a sudden, after 30 years, some of you are going to claim that you're fraud fighters. You're full of it. So here's from his Facebook, Sean Douglas. Likes to advertise like crazy. It looks like he tries to bang up these hotshot guys. Let's blow up this ad a little bit. Call or text 817-675-6417. He's got all this stuff. And this is from 2024. Looking for owner-operators who are trying to make a living in the flooded industry. It just in 2024, he says flooded industry. Run under our authority. Which one? Which authority? Which one? Our insurance and our customers, all you do is drive. Simple as that. No upfront cost, no percentage taken from your check, just one flat fee, blah, 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 blah. In the video that he posted going after Double Broker Bounty Hunter, it's about a 14-minute video. I suggest you all watch it if you haven't seen it. I will post it in the comments on this video. It'll be pinned to the top comment. It'll be one of the first comments under this video. He's nasty. He even says, drivers, hear what he says about you, but he's looking for drivers to run under one of his, I don't know how many fraudulent authorities. Let's move along. And this number also, remember it, 817-675. Just remember that. So now we got these guys, Sean Mabe, Casey Jones, and Jordan Burden. Now these three clowns are connected to another brokerage, newer brokerage. Yeah, that's right, another one. Let's move along. I was going to put the website. You guys can look it up. It's not hard. And I was going to go through it. Not worth my time. But we're going to go through all three of them. We're already going through Sean Mabe. So this is the new brokerage authority, J&M Global Logistics. Started 2 months ago. Look at the jurisdiction they put it in, folks. We all know about Wyoming, right? So Casey Jones is on this corporation. And they put the registered address 935 East Solitude Drive. This is 2 months old. Remember the 93. I know I'm telling you remember a lot of things. You might have to go back, but it's all connected. So here's the broker authority, 325 Hearst Drive. Granted, just this May. And you're trying to tell me all these guys with all these authorities claiming that they're big ballers and a brokerage is running out of that dump. Whose house is that? I could have took the time. I could have ran the property records. I probably could have sent a driver over there and knock on the door and act like he's, I don't know, delivering or collecting Girl Scout cookies or something. Not worth my time. But this is garbage. You guys play with addresses, you play with authorities, and you're playing with the IRS. We're going to move along. J&M Global Logistics, LLC. And look, Broker Snapshot already has them connected. Sean Mabe. Sean at jmggloballogistics.com. This is beyond, man, it's just unbelievable. So, remember I told you, remember the address? J&M Global Logistics. It had that 935 East Solitude Drive. It's really strange because now I got this PMP Transport also started just 3 months ago, 1 month prior to J&M Global Logistics, also with the same registered address, 935 East Solitude Drive, with a whole nother person. I didn't even look into her. You guys want to look into her? Look into her. If this becomes a court case, they got the names right there. They can search, they can pull everything. They can subpoena all these fraudsters in the court. That one has a Lily Newman. I don't know what she's involved, or if, I don't even know if some of these names are real, to be honest with you. So, PMP Transport, here's the authority. Granted, just March 2025. It's like they're starting a whole new batch of crap. That's what they do. Open, close, tax forfeiture, rip off everybody. So, Casey Jones, like I always say, suits don't impress me. They do not impress me. You young guys think you can put on a suit and you think it makes you have a brain. No, it makes you look like a moron. You look like a moron because you're involved with this other crook. So, he's just as dirty, Mr. Casey Jones, because look what I find underneath him. Casey's Freight and Transport LLC. We got the J&M Global Logistics, and we got the Turf Relief. He was a landscaper, I guess, before he decided he's going to claim he's some big broker. So, like I said, we got J&M Global Logistics out of Wyoming. And then down here, we got this Casey's Freight and Transport LLC out of Arlington, Texas. Casey's Freight and Transport LLC. This one was from 6 years ago. Let me see here. So, and there is another name connect this one, Casey T. Jones. I didn't go check it out. We're going to move along. Okay, Casey's Freight and Transport LLC is a carrier authority. Look at this one. Granted, revoked, reinstated 2024. These guys, they can't run nothing. They think they can run stuff. They can't even run nothing. Okay, now we got this guy, Jordan Burden, with the big ears, looking like Dumbo, looking like an underweight Dumbo. He's got more crap. He's got HR Logistics, F&J Long Haul Transportation, Lock and Loaded Logistics, and looks like he was a contractor, Double F Construction, or he's trying to play with construction now, probably with all the money they're stealing from everybody. So first one, HR Logistics LLC. 10 months ago, August of 2024. This one looks like also on the broker snapshot there was originally 5S Trucking LLC. Here, HR Logistics, so this one was granted in 2024. F&J long haul transportation. Oh, did you think we can get close to the end of the show without finding another one? Tax forfeiture in 2023. Tax forfeiture. You know, I meant to check. I should have ran all their names to see all these corporations, maybe, possibly, I don't know, PPP and all that stuff. I bet you there's some other fraud here. So if maybe I'll go back and check PPP and all that stuff. But with all these corporations, I wouldn't doubt it. Some of them are older. Let's move along. So F&J long haul transportation. I don't know if this guy was the original guy that maybe he's teaching them how to do all this stuff, but this was the nastiest one. Granted, revoked, reinstated, revoked, reinstated, revoked, reinstated, revoked. But they're wearing suits. They need prison costumes. Lock and Loaded Logistics LLC. Here's the other one. He's got more people on this corporation, but he's on there. Move along. Lock and Loaded. Here it is. All his information. And remember, like I say, all of this is public information. It doesn't take long. You can dig, you can look, you can cross-reference stuff. You can make it like a hobby, brokers. It's really actually fun. When you hunt down these crooks, you'll see it gets fun because they think they're smart and they're not smart. We're almost done with the show. Can you believe that? So here it is. Lock and Loaded Logistics LLC. This one just granted in April. You see what happens here? You see what happens? So they're all starting all these new authorities now. Ah, man. So that's the show, folks. I tried to keep it, we're under 30 minutes. We did good for all that information. You'd have to go back, slow play it, write down the MCDOT numbers. These guys are a web of fraudsters, without a doubt. When you have all these corporations and you have tax forfeitures going back years, there's no doubt in my mind that there's huge fraud going on here. And to have all these authorities, you guys want to go play with the FMCSA, do their FOIA requests, see if they're saying they're related to these companies and all this stuff. They're not related. They're not showing they're related. They're not showing anything. They're jumping on Facebook or whatever platforms. They're recruiting drivers. They're robbing from them. They're stealing from them. I bet you there's other stuff involved. I bet you if some of you brokers have been around for a while, have dealt with any of these MCs, you probably can, if depending on your records, how you keep them, you could probably find that these companies have probably ripped you off or freight has been stolen or all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is unbelievable to me. And as an American citizen, as a veteran, that this goes on daily in this country, and for years, big brokerages have allowed this to happen. You're guilty. You're 100% guilty. Any of you that have been in the logistics industry for years and did not speak up or say anything, and now you want to act like you're doing something, you're not doing anything. You're spinning wheels. We will continue to expose them. We will post as much information as possible because it will live forever on the internet. And if any law enforcement agency wants to use this research material to help prosecute people, to go dig further, look into their finances and see what's really going on, trust me, you guys can collect some money. We all know law enforcement is big business also. So why not start coming to collect some money from the logistics industry? You guys can make a lot of nice money. You know, we'll help you along the way. We can't count on the FMCSA because they're lost. They're completely lost. I don't even want to say this for another show. I got some other stuff. But this is Axel. Like, share, subscribe. You'll find my links at the top of my channel. You can also go to axel.liveshow.com. And it keeps a catalog of all the videos. And on the very bottom of that webpage, you can enter emails of anybody you think needs to see my videos. So what I do a lot of times is before I put out a fraud video, I'll get as many of their emails as I can. I dump them in that little box there. I want to make sure they get their video. And if Mr. Mabe likes to come out and do a video and call me chubby or bald or anything like he did the other guy, I welcome it. And it won't go good for you, baby. Trust me, because I don't back down. You can ask anybody. So you're a fraud. You're a crook. You need to go to jail. You and your whole crew, because the way you're operating, this looks like organized crime to me. It looks like big time organized crime in the United States in logistics. You let me know, folks. Leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe, and Axel will catch you on the next one.